Welcome to Not Married to the Name. I am Deuce, and this is PBR, and I have hardwood.
Yes. Why do you have hardwood?
We went to Home Depot today, and there's these butcher blocks that you can buy, and it's an 8-foot slab, and they're an inch and a half thick, so it's pretty heavy. And I was lifting it up, and just the whole time I was there, I was like, "Oh, I've got hardwood." I had to carry them, so.
It's like the joke I say when I'm laying in bed with the girl I'm seeing. She's got a lot of cats, so I say I'm in bed with a lot of pussy right now. Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, it is.
So, whatever. Um, I'll let you kind of kick it off, but Halo, how do you feel about that Asmongold video I sent you?
So Deuce sent me a video this morning, and I wake up and I'm all pumped to see it, getting ready for work. But I have to start my car because it's negative 10 degrees where I live. So I start my car, and of course, the audio from the phone goes into the car. So I'm getting ready and I can't listen to it. So tonight, an hour ago, I listened to this thing. Oh, disgust. I saw this Concord woman developer who's going to be running it, going to run it straight to the ground. And
I can tell you right now, she's never played a serious video game in her fucking life. I can
dude,
guarantee you.
the lead designer is a fucking guy who doesn't like guns. It's a first person shooter! It's a first person shooter! What are you doing?
They're hiring incompetent doofuses to do everything. It's like they want to run it into the ground so fucking bad they can't help themselves but to hire the worst people for the job. Literally the worst people for the job.
Let's port and ship this game for all those fucking sad motherfuckers in PlayStationville because we're gonna fuck up this game so bad that everyone's gonna never play Halo again once we release it. They're gonna
It's
make
already
it
bad.
the first one they're gonna probably make it for PS5, I imagine, right?
Um,
It's gonna
I
be
don't know.
ruined. It's gonna be ruined.
It's Halo Studios now, which what do they think? Changing the developer name from 343 to Halo Studios really makes a fucking difference. I can guarantee you this game sucks mad dicks,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be full of dog shit content, stuff that nobody wants, and they're gonna kill off all the hardcore players, and all that's gonna be left is the people who want a free-to-play shooter and don't buy skins. So say goodbye. They're killing the Halo series right in front of us.
Yeah. Any other series they're killing? Have you you want to
Battlefield
talk about Halo anymore or not? Battlefield?
They're killing Battlefield as well. You could talk about Halo all you want, though. I know I have not really been a fan of Halo since 1 and 2 and 3. Those were like the last ones I really played. And then I did play a little bit of the newest one because it's free. So
I love Halo 1, 2, 3. I love the new one. 4, 5, I know a lot of people liked Reach. A lot of people liked ODST. Whatever. I think they're okay. I love all the Halos, though. So for this, I even liked Infinite. I think the multiplayer for the shooting just needed more maps. Otherwise, I really liked it. They just
Halo 5, a lot of people hated on that one.
it,
I enjoyed that.
yeah, it was good. If they fuck this up though, that's it.
Um, the only thing they have going for them is the fact that it's Halo. Even if you're fucking throwing dildos at each other, the game engine is already there and the mechanics are already built. So they're not gonna fuck up the gameplay necessarily. They're gonna fuck up the feeling towards the game. What kept people there? The kind of like fucking high energy, big dick swinging gameplay.
I don't know, Deuce. She loves character-driven stories, so we'll find out.
It was a. It turns out Master Chief was a gay woman, a gay black woman, the whole time
That
in
would
white
be
face paint.
Can you imagine if all of a sudden at the very end, Spartan 117 John is a fucking woman?
Because he's never taken his helmet off, right?
Oh no, that would be the ultimate fuck you.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be like, I can see it now. Fucking the release trailer, going for the helmet grab and like the smoke. and you just see the fucking lesbian crimson chin and the fucking dreadlocks. So you're just like, oh.
Dreadlocks are a half buzz cut.
And the one person that actually cares. I always knew Master Chief was a woman. Sounded like a fucking man.
Yeah. Well,
Finger on the nose. The show's over. Your camera's fucked. There you go.
yeah. So let's get into Battlefield. What about it? What's fucking that up right now?
Same shit. Same shit. It's EA. I mean, it's the same. It's the same company. So the problem with like all the games that have been failing is not 100% on the devs. It's the direction that the publishers are pushing them to take the games and the people that they're putting in lead roles to develop these games. So like just because you're a programmer doesn't mean you're into this shit. Just because you're a graphic artist doesn't mean you're into this shit. But you want your job and you probably like your job to some degree, so you're kind of forced to just move along with it. But the same thing's going to happen with Battlefield, the new Battlefield that's happening with every other game that EA, Ubisoft, anything Microsoft touches. I mean, they're all killing their own game titles.
Call of Duty is doing horribly.
And it should.
Streamers are at an all-time low for viewership in the past 5 years, I'd imagine. COVID, they probably got a lot of viewership, but right now, streamers that have been around for a long time are dying. And I don't think it's because of us getting older. It's probably because the gaming industry is trash right now.
There's nothing to play. I mean, you can only be, I think the only game that's like really pushed through, and even this is dying out, would be RP, like GTA RP. It was, I don't know if it's at, but you can look right now to see what the top streamed games are, but I mean, it was between GTA and Fortnite for a long time.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty was, up there, but not in the top two hardly ever.
The doc today played Kingdom Come for like 3 hours and said, "I'm not liking it." He said
The second one?
Yeah, he didn't give it enough time. I know you want to talk about this, I'm sure. He said he didn't give it enough time to give it a review and other people should play it because he said it was just bored. He got bored. It was too much theatric story for him today. So probably he just didn't want to play it on stream. But
I'm not gonna buy it.
Beside that, sorry, I know I'll let you get into this in a second.
Go ahead.
He started playing Tarkov the past 2 days, so he got remonetized on YouTube, and he's playing Tarkov. Good for him, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you really have the Kingdom Come crowd is going to be pretty small. It's not going to keep a lot of people's attention. There's a lot of traveling from point to point, and like, it's not just automatically going to be action packed. It's the first one anyway was like a long build, and even then you're spending hours doing nothing. You're fine tuning what you're doing with your character. There's not a drive to go fight all the time because death in that game is like, it's save dependent. So if you save, right, you save your schnapps, and then you play for 5 hours. If you die and forget to save, you lost 5 hours. Oh. There's no auto saving in the game. So I've rage quit a few times where I'm like, fuck, that was like 3.5 hours and I didn't save. So, but yeah, I'm not going to play the new one just because of the whole stigma around it and the fact that they took a straight dude and made him potentially bi because the story is whatever. It's like, bad move, bud. Like nobody gives a shit about that besides the 10 people who are loud on the internet.
Is it a different main character?
No, same main character.
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole part that's irritating people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then Battlefield, they've been releasing no gameplay and no talk about the game, but they sent a survey out that I've been kind of hearing about, and this is by no means breaking news. This is shit that's being discussed by other people, but on the survey they sent out, they're like literally asking about your sexual orientation and your race, and basically saying that if you check these boxes, you're more likely to play test. It's like, what? How about people that play Battlefield and have thousands and thousands of hours? Not some fucking trans douche that's played, 4 hours of a game his whole life and wants to be represented. I want to be represented. Doesn't make sense to me.
Go play Genshin.
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
And then
go play. I was gonna say Finals Fantasy, but that's mean. I know you guys like Final Fantasy out there. I don't mean to make fun of you.
I've never played it before. I've never had interest in that game. Something about it.
Me neither.
I think it's I don't know anything about it, so I can't even say. It's been around forever, but I've never wanted to play it.
Yep.
I played Shenmue, if anybody even knows what that is.
Shenmue?
Shenmue, yeah.
Never heard of it.
Game.
Oh.
It was fucking fire. I played it on PlayStation recently. I bought 1 and 2 a while ago. Oh my god, that game sucks dick. But it's a purely story-driven, third-person, like, talk to everybody, solve the mysteries, like, kind of thing.
Is it anything like Final Fantasy or not?
It's just Japanese.
Oh.
That's the only connection.
Yeah, what do you think of getting one of those Japanese PlayStation 2s to try some of their games?
No interest.
I don't either.
I'm not really a fan of Japanese games in general when it comes to like that are like Japanese culture, games that are like surrounded by Japanese culture. I don't watch anime. Mm-hmm. I just don't. It just doesn't click with me.
They're heavily cartoon driven over there. It seems like anime driven.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've played it was a Chinese game actually. It was called like Gui Jian or something like that. I don't know what the American
Sounds
English
like my 8th grade. Never mind.
Your 8th grade sock?
Gui Jian?
Your 8th grade sock under your bed? Gui Jian?
Yeah.
But I think that game is closer to like Final Fantasy, but it was like a hack and slash game, and it was pretty fun. But it didn't last very long before I got tired of it. It was somewhat story driven. But have you been seeing anything about Assassin's Creed Shadows?
Yeah, so they pushed it back for a second time, and our buddy, I won't bring up his name. He said he's happy. James, I know you said you're happy, bro.
He used the term buddy lightly. We feel like we know him because we watch him.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean. Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, he doesn't know who we are. But he's probably sick. He knows. He's sick of us ripping on him.
I'm sure. I always rip on him in the comments.
Assassin's Creed just pushed it back and said, "Hey, we're gonna listen to feedback from everybody and push this further and adjust some things." So it's their second push back now.
Well, and then there was a new leak. There was a new leak of the art book that they have, and historically, Assassin's Creed is lightly, if not heavily, influenced by reality and historical events, and staying true to the history of the period that they're taking place in. Well, this game has been nothing but a far reach. It just feels so forced. Like, I have zero interest, and actually the fact that James wants to play it makes me want to punch him in the face. I told in the comment on the last video, I said, stop writing the Shadow's dick and get some morals, because it's just such a limp wrist, soft cock opinion of this game. So anyway, all the characters that they kind of describe in this pamphlet thing are opposite of history. There's no possibility that these people existed.
Everybody in class, we were talking about it in class yesterday, and everybody hated it. And this kid sleeps with his head down all day. Good. And I brought it up, and he goes, "That game's gonna fucking suck." And he's just like, I won't say any more about the kid, but he's the type that they're trying to impress, and he's not impressed. Like, he has a brain,
There's nothing impressive about it. I mean, you can tell the people that made it have blue and pink hair.
Oh, yeah.
The only people that have any talent on that team are the art designers, and not the leads, the people actually doing the digitizing and creating the textures. That's the extent of the talent on those teams. the writers are fucking ass. You're apparently allowed to be gay in that game too. Who would have fucking thunk it, right? Shit that's
Ubisoft,
totally unnecessary for video games.
thank you for making teaching business class easier to relate
Fun
to
again?
students every day. You're so easy to show how to fail run your business into the ground. Thank you.
It's mind blowing to me that they are so up their own asses that they can't see that what they're creating is destined to fail. Like there is no chance for success. It's like they want to lose money. And I thought businesses were in business to make money. They're killing IPs and they're killing their profitability.
It's called profit motive, and I don't know what their motive is because it's
I
not
think their
working.
motive is to get bought out and get out of the industry
Like
because
you
that's what's going
said,
to fucking happen.
that's what you said, yeah.
I mean,
Make your
if
company
I
so
ever
bad that China wants it forever.
if I ever owned a, a gaming development company or a production company, I would never go public. I would remain private forever, because if you're making games strictly for profit, you're not making good games anymore. If you're making games for the passion and the profit is a benefit of that passion, then you're going the right direction. But as soon as you lose touch and you start hiring people that have nothing to do with the industry to start dictating the rules and regulations of what goes on in that industry, you've killed it. You are going to fail. There is no chance for survival.
100%. Baldwin, one of the Baldwin brothers went on Valuetainment, which is a
Eric
right-leaning podcast.
Bardrin.
Yeah. And the bad the Baldwin brother, he went on there and he talks about how Hollywood is evil and Hollywood is
Oh, I know
dead.
which brother you're talking about.
Everyone's making their own studio. But he's right. He said it's 100% all about money, not anything to do with art. There's no art in movie making anymore. You're never going to see Jerry Maguire movie again. You're never going to see
I don't know about
whatever
ever again,
movie.
but in
Yeah,
in
yeah.
in this time zone. But
But he is a little loony, that guy.
I think all of the ones that are right are a little loony. And when I say right, I
Oh,
mean correct.
oh,
Um,
yeah.
you should watch the Cat Williams Theo Vaughn
Oh, I
podcast.
haven't yet. I just got to see. I've
It's
watched some
really
clips.
yeah, well those clips are about all that's funny in it. But it is interesting to hear
Oh, they're
them,
not funny.
what do you mean? Oh, the clips you've seen aren't funny?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, either way, it was a 2.5 hours, I think. And I didn't watch all of it. I made it about an hour in, but it was nice. It was good. It wasn't. I was expecting a little bit more entertainment, but it was less entertainment, more just them kind of just talking. But it was still solid. I like Cat Williams, and I like Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn's retarded, so he's good in my book.
Well, the clip I saw, one of them was when Cat Williams said, if you have a kid, you're not going to want to be on drugs anymore. And
I don't know if I made it that far.
that rang true. I think that's a good statement to say. He said, "Do you have any kids?" Theo said, "No. I'd like to have one, or I'd like to have some." And he said, "Once you have a kid, that drug problem is going to go away because you can't have both."
Yeah, well, it's true for responsible people.
Theo kind of uncomfortably laughed, but I think he knew.
The
Yeah.
whole thing's an uncomfortable laugh between the two of them.
Did they seem to like each other?
Yeah, I'd think so. I mean,
Cat
Cat Williams.
forces uncomfortability, I think.
What?
He's just like he's
Oh, Cat.
uncomfortable to interact with, but I
Yeah,
like listening to him too.
yeah. I've liked him since I found out who he was. This like original stand-up comedy uh, shit that he did. The Cryptochronolite or whatever. I don't remember what. It was so long ago.
He was always the best part in movies. Like when he was like the small cameo in the movies, he was always
Hmm.
funny.
Yeah, I think the first time I saw him was probably Friday After Next when he plays Micro Mini Pimp, Money Mike. He kills that role. It was amazing. Um, but yeah, man, I just been sorry. I don't know how we got there, but the gaming industry has been one disappointment after the other. Every time I think there's about to be a good game, it comes out that the studio boofs it. Even the what's that game where you kill the insects? It's like fucking.
Oh, I don't know. Not Doom.
No. Fuck, man. Everybody was playing it for a while. It's like you taking over planets and shit in space.
It's the one that you were playing.
I never played it.
Oh, really?
No, Grant's brother and Grant played it a lot, but I never played it. I forget what it's called. That's how much I care about it. But anyway, everybody was like, yeah, fuck yeah, this game, America, fucking freedom.
Oh, Helldivers too. Helldivers 2.
No retardation. And then the community managers start talking. And then I'm just like, who are they hiring? Why are they hiring these people? And they were saying some dumbass shit. And then the company backpedals a little bit, and you know.
I thought the head guy was doing a good job.
He was for a little bit. I think it was the community manager that was saying some dumbass shit and then like banning people. It's just there's no room. The 90s are gone, man. The early 2000s are gone. Like that was gaming's prime. That's when the best games came out. Was like late 90s into the early 2000s. You can hear Najoni screaming back there. She's playing with one of her teammates.
I don't hear her. Yeah, at least Fortnite. At least Fortnite's. You know what? I don't care what they do in that game.
I don't either because the game is solid. Like, and the reason it's not. I don't know why I don't care about Fortnite. Probably because it's a kids game and like, I just don't care about that game at all. It's just.
Yeah, we should
mildly entertaining.
We should care more because it's a kids game, but. I don't know.
We should care more. Yeah, but then they got like people like Snoop Dogg and Eminem as characters. So is it really a kids game? Because if you listen to either of their music, it's clearly not for children. I mean, most of the music in that game is...
What the fuck is that anyway? I'm saying the F-bomb a lot today. This podcast got me a little fired up.
Fiery in the crotch. I don't...
Ooh.
What?
Fire crotch. Haven't heard that term in a while. Redhead. Bush.
The old hot snatch.
Well, are you ready for a little twist of conversation?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Take me down the road. Take me down the Smoky Euphrates.
We had a sextortion speaker come to our school the other day. Talk to us about perverts, how kids get taken advantage of online, human trafficking, all sorts of things. Pretty good speaker. I was happy with what he had to say. It was a little heavy for 7th and 8th graders. Little heavy.
If they're asking for pictures of your butthole, don't send them.
That's kind of what the conversation was, yeah. So
I can only imagine. There's only
he pulled up a couple of photos of some of their athletic profiles, not their personal accounts, but look at this man. Damn, your eyes look huge. Your eyes changed. You look... What? Oh my god, dude. Are those your girlfriends?
No, they're mine. They're just reading glasses.
Oh.
They're just reading glasses.
Oh.
I actually got them. So I hate to sidetrack you. I just got them because I couldn't see my fucking monitor. Because this laptop has a small screen.
Anyone in the comments, you gotta put... You look like someone from something. I don't remember what it is.
I look like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
That is what... Bubbles and the kid who shoots his eye out in a Christmas Story, Ralphie.
Shit, sorry.
You can keep him on. That's fine.
No, it's okay. I don't need to look like that. What prompted this?
He just goes around to schools and talks. He works for the government.
So he's basically cherry picking the children they're gonna abduct.
No. But
like, this one
I think what's your take on that? Are 7th graders too young, or do they need to hear it? How not to be dumb on the internet.
I mean, somebody's got to get abducted.
Ugh.
You know, it's like.
Well, a lot of it's he's talking not about abduction necessarily. It's about how strangers will get your profile information. They'll see your likes and preferences, perverts, and then they'll create a fake profile and add you, get you to send them photos or whatever, and then they'll start blackmailing you once you send them the photos. And then
Well,
kids will kill themselves or, not know what to do because they're so young. They're so nervous that it's going to ruin their lives if they get a nude photo leaked or.
I mean, yeah, awareness for that is good, but at the same time, 90% of those kids weren't listening. I don't know. I mean, I specifically grew up when the internet was like the Wild West. Everybody was in AOL chat rooms, and you didn't know who the fuck you were talking to. You didn't know if, like, you would do ASL, age, sex, location. You never really knew who was on the other end, but you assumed they were telling the truth. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, sure, but I don't know if it's going to actually help anybody. I mean, people, even elderly people, or not even elderly, people who have lived a full life still fall for that shit online for everything. It's like, just don't trust somebody unless you know them in person.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. Old people are
and
going to be the death of us, man. Parents that give away our social security because they think they're going to lose their account or something. They're going to give away all their kids' information. Then they're going to get our information.
I got an email one time, right? It said, "Hey, pervert, I have your information. I know what you look at. I know who you are. I know where you live. Send me like $2,000 in Litecoin, and don't respond talking shit or I'll take you down." And I'm like, first of all, if you knew who I was, you'd use my fucking name.
Yeah.
And you'd have some personal details in there. So I just ignored it, but I just thought it was funny that they're exploiting people like that.
They put
Like,
their
we have your
Litecoin address
pictures.
right in there.
I don't know. I just laughed and was like, yeah, okay, you sure. I might be a pervert, but you're not talking to me. You're just spamming this out to every fucking email address you know.
Did you watch
I did.
Beekeeper with Jason Statham?
I've seen it, yeah.
The very beginning, that old woman gets taken advantage of and gives away her whole retirement account because she thought she's locked out of her computer or something.
I don't remember it. It's been a while since I've seen it. Not a while, but it's been long enough to where I don't really remember.
This stuff goes hand in hand with White Chicks, man, because White Chicks was one of the last good comedies, and at the end, talking about the video game thing, it's so funny when he's like, "You mean to tell me you're not white?" Because he doesn't care about them being black dudes in a white chick costume. It's about them not being white. That was those Wayans brothers, man. Those dudes are funny.
Yeah, they're good. On the old lady thing, there's a movie. Was it Thelma? I think it's Thelma.
Oh, I still haven't watched that.
Okay, well, it's about the same thing. An old woman who gets her information. She clears out her bank account, basically. And I can't tell you now because you haven't seen it yet. I thought you'd have watched it by now.
I'm sorry, man.
But
It's not on
same thing.
Netflix. It's not on Netflix.
Oh, it's not anymore?
It must be on Hulu. It never was on Netflix. I tried.
Amazon then.
Okay.
I like how I just did that and did that, but my microphone's attached to my head, so it's like straight in the mic.
It didn't come through. You're good.
Okay, I'm sure. Thanks, buddy. So anyway, how do I feel about it? I don't mean it's not a bad thing that they're spreading awareness, but 90% of the stuff they spread awareness for, nobody fucking listens. It's like, don't do drugs. And when I was in high school, I was like, hell yeah, do drugs, bro. So, I mean, who are they fooling?
I don't
What
know.
is that guy
Those
hiding?
drug talks put the fear into me when I was a kid.
They'll do that to some people, but then you do one drug and you're like, I'm not dead.
Meth is so bad here. I think that's what they did. They just showed us pictures of meth. They're like, weed. And then they showed a meth guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, fuck.
Weed is the gateway drug to homosexuality. Like, no. First of all, if you smoke weed, you're either a stoner or you're a drug addict. Like, it's not a gateway drug. Ibuprofen. Beer is the ultimate gateway drug.
If you're in prison, nah, don't have to answer that. You're good.
What?
Could you If you're in prison and you get a blowjob from a man, are you gay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I
Why
think
wouldn't you be?
if you get a blowjob, you're just as gay as you if you give a blowjob.
Well, I've had that conversation before with one of my buddies who's been to prison, and they're both gay, but one's definitely gayer. We were actually talking. The most masculine thing you could do is get in the ass. I don't know,
No, no.
not
To live, you mean?
just think about how big
To
of a
live?
man you are. I'm such a man. I'll let a man fuck me. I don't care. That was the joke. Anyway. I guess you had to be there. Context is a big deal on that one. Because we were talking about this
Dude.
guy that we know. Well, he's somebody we know. He's a friend of a girl, and he's just like uber gay, so gay. And I don't even know how we got to it. We're like, I respect his gay because he's so gay, and he's not like. Anyway,
You seen that?
that's a story for another.
You seen those video memes where there's that dude that hangs out with chicks to try and get in their friend zone and then get in their circle?
And he's like in the camp. He's like in the camping tent, and he's like, ugh.
And then at the end, he gets like put in a wheelchair because he's dedicated to the bit. Like they introduce him to a huge gay guy.
Oh, I
tall
missed that part.
Oh.
I missed that part.
Yeah, if Shaq walks in the prison cell, man, I don't know.
I mean, the only
I'm
thing you
ending
can do
it
is
all, I
fight.
think.
Nah, you can fight. I mean, it's more about. I mean, you might get your butt checked, but
Getting
I don't know.
stabbed would hurt.
Yeah, I got blood drawn one time, and I was looking at the lady, and I was like, I don't want to get stabbed, because I'm like, just this tiny amount of blood, and I'm already like, whoa.
We talked about that on the last podcast, actually.
Yeah, well, think about
Yeah.
getting stabbed, right, and having to
Ugh.
fight still, because then you're exerting force and just pushing blood out of your fucking open wounds. Like, you're obviously either gonna pass out or bleed out.
And odds are it's hitting you in multiple spots.
Yeah, because
And
if
if
somebody's
it's
stabbing you to kill, they're not gonna fucking stop.
if it's not going deep enough, it's just hurting, and then you're getting infected afterward. Especially if it's a
Yeah,
prison
well,
shank.
yeah, they like to put shit and piss on it to really make sure you get what's worse. You know, get the worst end of the stick there.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I hope I never go. But if I do, I probably just fuck. I don't even want to think about it.
What
It's
do you
not something
think?
I'd look forward to.
What do you think you would go for?
I would not talk to anybody. I would just sit my time out.
Oh, I meant, what
I
do you
mean,
think you
I
would
know
go
it's
to
a lot
prison
harder.
for? Maybe it's
Um,
not a good thing to say on a podcast.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't talk about potential things
Yeah.
I could go to prison for. There's things I could have gone to prison for in the past, like drug charges. I probably could have caught a couple years for the amount of ecstasy pills I had on me one time. We got pulled over, and I had about 90 ecstasy pills in my pocket.
Holy shit.
And the guy walked up to the car with a dog. Or it was a K9 unit. He had the dog in his car, and he walks up to the car, and I was like, fuck. And we were in a Cadillac, so Cadillacs have big cushy seats in the back. I just tucked the pills into the cushion, like a dog's gonna find those, whatever. The guy leans down and goes, "What's up, Zach?" to my buddy, and we're just like, "Oh, he knows us. We're safe." And that was only one.
Dude.
That was one time that I could have got busted. We had.
In a city that size.
It wasn't. It's not a huge city. I mean, it's 100,000 people maybe.
Oh.
But I mean, it was a town. It was just south of Sacramento.
Yeah.
The other time, I had like a half a boat, which is 500 pills, and we had a house party, and I had unregistered guns and shit, and the house party got out of control. The cops actually came because somebody was shooting out front of the house when they were leaving. And we had a huge brawl. Oh, that was such a good fight. That was so fun. I've never been hit by so many people at one time. I was sitting on top of this guy just fucking wailing down, and I was so high on ecstasy. But all I could feel was little fists tapping my face as I was just like fucking full on, just wailing on this guy. But
Fights are nasty.
yeah, that one lasted a good probably 15, 20 minutes of people just random fights just breaking out all over. I mean, it was for my buddy's birthday, and my buddy's from the south side of Sacramento, which is pretty hood. So the people that were there were not looking to have a good time. They were looking to start shit. So, and there was a lot of people there. There's probably like 100 people in this fucking tiny little house in this neighborhood, this quiet neighborhood. We were the
It's
shitty.
bound to happen then.
Yeah, we were the shit neighbors. But anyway, because that happened, the cops came, and as soon as they got there, they put me in cuffs and put me in the back of the car, and I was just like, oh fuck, fuck. Because in my room I had a short barrel shotgun, which is illegal in California. I had an unregistered pistol, and I had that half boat. Luckily, I stapled the half boat above my closet door, so if they were like just like looking in there, they wouldn't see anything. But luckily, they didn't. They didn't even find the guns. I don't know how. But yeah,
They went
long.
through the whole house though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure
I
people
was
weren't
the.
in there.
Everybody was running. As soon as the cops got there, fucking the house just went.
Well, I suppose if they found the guns, if they were illegal, then they're able to take action, huh?
Yeah, but they. I don't even know how they. Maybe they didn't look that hard because it was a party. So I don't
I
know what they
suppose
were
number
looking
one
for.
priority was making sure there weren't underage people that were. I'm sure
There
there
might
were.
have been.
Well, yeah, but just making sure
It's
that
like,
there wasn't bad things going on in that regard.
nah, just drinking and drugs. Nothing crazy. The whole thing's.
Oh man.
I got too many party stories, bro. I don't even want to get
So
into
did you
them.
drink at those parties?
Oh yeah. Oh, well, at that party specifically, I was rolling balls. It's so. I don't know if anybody wants to hear this shit or not, but we were in South Sac at this guy's house, and I was rolling is when you're on ecstasy, and I was rolling, and you're in a great mood, and I'm in the middle of the hood, and I was like, everybody, come fucking party at my house. And they did. And it lasted about an hour before shit got stupid. And honestly, it got stupid because of one of my friends, because he was like blackout drunk. And he got into a fight with this Mexican guy, and he was swinging a pool stick at him, and that's when the brawl started. And it was just like rolling fights everywhere.
Were
But
you were you at that time like oh, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Was your place trashed the next day then?
my place was trash before the party started.
Were you a renter or an owner?
I was a renter. The owner was just as bad though.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did he live there with you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
They were on vacation or something. They were like out of town. So there was me, one other guy, and then the owner, and we all lived there together. And they were both gone.
Where do 100
So
people park?
in the neighborhood, start walking down the street, like it was crazy. The parties we
That
had
takes
in
that
school were
takes a
like,
lot for a cop to come. Like they must have had to have multiple cops come,
oh
and
yeah, we've
then
had
just
parties. We've had parties where the cops come to the front door, and we're like, we start chanting and like singing, and just like not unlocking the door, and we'll just turn all the lights off and just start singing hella loud. And it's like a whole house of people just singing and fucking talking shit to the cops. I don't even know how they got in. This is a different party. They got in, and then people were just fucking pew 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 jumping over fences and like into neighbors' houses. They don't even know what there could be dogs back there.
yeah. We don't have crazy stories like that. We have stories with cops, but nothing like that. Mine. Me and Rambo, man. We had the parties when we were in school, so we invited over probably 30, 40 people, and well, I guess that's pretty big. We just drank though. We didn't do the other stuff.
There was some parties where it was just drinking, but it was like, we have 3 kegs.
Yeah.
I,
We had 40 people over, long story short, and start lighting off fireworks, of course. We're not in the city. We're out of city limits. Cops get called, come into town, this little tiny town, pull up, everybody starts running because everyone's 19, 20. We're 19, I think. So we've got one 21-year-old that stayed at the house and hid in the closet, and a bunch of 21-year-olds went up in like the hills, or 22-year-olds went in the hills, and all I could do was hide all the beer. I was like, I'm keeping all this fucking beer. So I put all the beer under like a pine tree, and we go outside, and these fucking cops, dude, all they did, so they broke their way into the garage. So we got them.
Illegal.
Yep, we got them for that. So they weren't able to charge us. They had to let us all go. And long story short, cops leave. They threw the beer in the garbage, and the garbage was a wood bin, and they just left all the beer in there. So me and Rambo got like 5 cases of beer and all the stuff that was under the trees. So everyone that ran we were like, I don't know. We thought they were kind of like pussies, but we had one guy that ran and never talked to us again. He was too scared. Yeah. And then he left, went to a different college to become a priest because he thought we were making bad decisions.
Well, you were making bad decisions. I would say that my party career in high school made all of the college party movies look boring.
Wow.
Like, and people won't believe me, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. Like, we partied so hard all the time. It was ridiculous. If we knew somebody's parents were gone, it was like everybody that was parked in the Jack in the Box parking lot would just flood into this house. That was our meetup spot, was Jack in the Box.
Okay.
We used to fill that parking lot every night. I don't know why they let us do it, too. We'd be drinking in the parking lot.
That's what our Taco Bell was. The Taco Bell, they would put signs out. It was connected to the grocery store. They put signs out that said, no parking unless you're a customer. Didn't matter. I mean, we're talking, 50 cars.
Yeah. Well, we had a Taco Bell, too. It was right by a BK Liquor. So that was another spot, but mostly it was Jack in the Box because it was just like the central hub.
One time my girlfriend and I... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
My girlfriend and I at the time had followed this convoy of cars out. We're like, fuck yeah, let's follow these guys. So we follow them out. Here they end up in my dad's field. They're partying in my dad's field. Just had a big bonfire. I was like, God damn.
We had a few spots that were really rural, like just dirt roads. Garrett, my buddy, actually... Because it was like super shitty roads and they had flooded over, and he's in a Cadillac and he's dumb, so he's driving and he just fucking, they had to tow his car out the next day, but we still partied, but he got stuck in the mud.
That shit happened all the time.
Water.
Man. People getting stuck, trying to run from the cops and getting into bad spots and getting stuck, or just going to a spot and they don't have a pickup. Suppose you guys don't have as much four-wheel drive out there.
Nah, most of it was in town.
We had one once where we were out riding motorcycles, four-wheelers, whatever, and there was a Jeep covered in mud. We got on top of the roof and we're like taking pictures. And some fucking buddy threw it on Facebook, of course. And then some guy's like, hey, that's my Jeep. What the fuck? A guy we knew. But... yeah.
I'd say the only parties that would top ours would be if somebody got murdered, and I wouldn't even count that as topping it. I'd say that's a little more lame.
Jeez.
People getting emotional and shooting other people.
What type of music did you have on at your parties?
Oh God, everything. Not country though, mostly rap.
What did you put on when it was time for everybody to get out?
I don't think we did. I think we just turned the music off and said, get the fuck out. Go find somebody else's house to fucking sleep in.
These parties would go till 3, 4, 5 in the morning?
Some of them will last all day. It usually go till the cops broke it up. Until somebody called. One of the neighbors called.
Did you ever party and not... Like, did you ever just drink? Or did you always mix drinking with other stuff?
Probably. I'm not a big drinker in general. I mean, I was in high school, but too bad.
You just would casually drink while doing the other stuff? Like smoking?
Yeah. There were some nights where I would do like pills and stuff where the night would be a blur. I just remember being at this one party and I was mixing beer and tequila into like a big ass fucking drink, just walking around drinking it. And we wound up in this room. I'm not gonna say what happened. Anyway, my friend was like, "We gotta go." So he drugged me out. And the next thing I remember is waking up in my shower with my mom looking at me, and I'm just laying on the ground. It's like, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, how old were you at that time?
17, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Ecstasy, how amazing is it?
Oh God. There's nothing better. Now, it's been so long since I've done it or wanted to do it. I think hallucinogens are better,
Really?
to be honest. Yeah.
Because they make you feel better afterward too?
I never
Or
felt bad doing ecstasy. And if you did, you just snort a line of it. We used to break the pills down and snort them. And we would go, we'd snort it and then we'd scream.
well, this one's gonna be the flagged for whatever.
For what? Reality?
Yeah.
I'm not
We
embellishing
got we got
anything.
our
I'm not
last
going
ones
to go do
flagged.
it.
Our last
What?
ones got flagged, yeah.
We're talking about bashing on gaming.
We just got to do that every episode, don't we?
I'm not worried about getting flagged, to be honest. YouTube's algorithm's fucking dog shit anyway. They can suck my dick.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't.
It's
I'm not
because
gonna
we don't.
censor
It's
myself for
because we
them.
don't have a yellow arrow pointing to something on our thumbnail.
Yeah, it's gotta be pointing to like
I'll make a
nipples.
better thumbnail. Yeah. New
Get this off.
developer at Halo, possibly ruining game. Yellow arrow. I don't know what to put.
Definitely ruining game. Non-gamers infiltrating the gaming industry. Ugh.
Yes.
Actually, you were asking about
Oh.
music. Most of the music was Bay Area rap
Okay. Like even
stuff
local
that
stuff.
like underground stuff. Yeah, that's I guess kind of mainstream now, but still not. I mean, you probably wouldn't know most of it.
Do you have all sorts of ethnicities come to your parties?
Oh yeah, we lived in the I think at a period of time it was the most diverse place in the country.
Okay. So just
So
everybody.
yeah, nobody give a fuck about
Did you
being
carry at
here or
the
there.
time?
Fuck no, not unless I needed to, and definitely didn't need to.
You trusted
So
everybody that came there?
no, hell no. I didn't know half the people that came there. I mean, we lived in a city that was, there was people from below us, from south, and then there was people from Sacramento that would come. So, I mean, Sacramento's a fairly decent sized city. So
Man,
I didn't know most of the people.
if you did
It
that,
was, did they know one person that we knew, then it was good. But
I think, man, if you had Bitcoin back then or Litecoin or cryptocurrency, it'd be hard to have those parties.
I guess, I don't know.
You wouldn't want to be able to trust
I
people
didn't
around your
start,
computer.
yeah, I didn't start carrying until I was an adult. I didn't have a need to carry back then. It wouldn't have made sense. It would have just been
Oh, it would have
something to
led
go
to
to
bad
prison.
bad things probably.
I don't know. I was pretty level-headed.
Well, if someone could have ripped
I
it off
carry
you, even
now.
though or something, but
Yeah, that's true. I carry now, but I don't. I just carry because it's comfortable, just in case. I'm not hoping or planning on using it, but if I have to, I have it. So
yeah. Yeah, I
that's
don't
pretty
think I
much.
ever showed you my push dagger, did I? This is called a Shivworks
Oh, you
Omni
have shown me that.
Omni push dagger. You wear it like a holster. So it's a metal holster basically that goes on your pocket.
It's not Kydex.
What'd you say?
It's not
Uh
Kydex.
actually it probably is, yeah. It's a
It's like
special
hard
material.
plastic. Yeah.
Yeah. You pull it out, boom. You can punch with it, right? So if you need to square up, you can. But for me, it's for something that if I was driving Lyft or whatever and someone got their arms around the back of my neck, take them in the forearm. Or,
Your own neck.
yeah, I know, right? Uh, or if you get taken down, it's a last defense. For me, if there's someone on top of you and you get him in the liver or get him in the the pancreas area and try to really inflict some damage that way.
Twist it.
What?
Give him the old dick twist.
Yes. Grab his dick.
Grab him by the
Twist
dick.
it. The good old dick
His
twist.
dick. I think it was an RP. Someone said that. It
Yeah.
was fucking perfect timing.
Yeah. I think I did. I watched a lot of MMA, so that used to be on the cusp. And Ram Ranch all the time, man. Oh, I need to listen to Ram Ranch again. It's been a while.
Ram Ranch isn't appropriate anymore.
No.
15 naked cowboys, all wanting to be sucked.
Group party in the showers at Ram Ranch. Yeah. 18 naked cowboys
18
wanting to
naked
be
cowboys.
fucked. Yeah.
Wanting to be fucked. I haven't watched it enough to memorize it, but on that note,
Apparently I have.
yeah, that's okay. Dig Bar gay raps.
Yes.
Is he actually gay?
I don't know. What was his
Either way,
what was his big song?
3 big balls.
Oh yeah. Great song.
3 big balls. Yeah, you know I got to suck them.
First time we ever met Deuce, we were playing Wreckfest and watching his stream, commenting here and there, commenting in the Wreckfest chat. There was 3 of us that were simultaneously streaming around that time. And I just remember Deuce had recommended that after a friend of ours, who was it? The foreign guy.
Oh, Kim.
Kim, was he the one that shared that with us?
Well, so what Kim was doing is he's a fucking internet troll. So he would go into people's streams and be like, hey, play this song and I'll follow you. And I played it and I was like, this is a jam. And we became friends.
Yes.
But the
Man, I
funny
wonder
thing
how that
is,
guy's
he's like
doing.
14. He's good. He's in school to become a aeronautic mechanic, so a plane mechanic.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I think he wants to become a pilot, but I don't know anymore. It's been a long time. I talk to him every once in a while on Discord. I'll send him a message and make sure he's alive.
Chess is still around, he's driving Teslas and Rivians and all sorts of stuff. I think he got a Rivian pickup now.
Chess is the biggest mystery to me.
Yeah.
He was always like, well, first he was pretending to be his friend, that black dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not you, because he's like, oh, I went up in some old school World War II plane, and he sent the video, and I was like, that guy's white. You didn't see him, but you could see his arms, and I was like, that guy's white. And he was always a mystery to me. I like him. I like fucking fam burgers. And this guy would stream for 14 hours straight, but he would be in stream for 10 minutes.
And he would just always say, what up, fam?
What up, fam?
Hey, fam.
My favorite part about him was when he never talked. And on his chat, or on his stream, he would have like an AI voice, and he'd be like, fam.
Yeah. I still don't remember if I ever saw a picture of the guy.
I seen real pictures of him.
Okay.
He still tell me he's the black dude, though. And I'm like, I know that's not you, bro. I know that's just your coworker.
Well, I remember his voice was in on a few of those streams, and he had the whitest voice, you know.
Yeah. He jumped in Discord a few times, and I was like, I never said anything about it. Like, I know that's not you, bro.
We were probably tighter with him than most of the other people in that group. Like he was tight with us. I mean,
yeah, he was good.
Good stream supporter too.
He was a was it? What's the car he rode?
Helldivers. Backwards.
He was a Helldivers main. Backwards
backwards.
Helldivers main, yeah.
Yeah.
For all I know, he's
fucking
not
good
even
at
a
it,
real
too.
person. Yeah. And he was such a troll. He would literally just park it in like the highest point of the map and then just go AFK.
Yeah.
That was his thing, 100% AFK.
Unlike that cheesy bastard who drives the mower all the time now and stole the thunder of us.
Sweat, it's your thunder, brother. I took it from you.
I know. It hurts. I know they're going to put a mower in the new game and everyone's going to love it and they're going to think it's the most awesome thing now. It's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We started it.
Yes.
The reason I didn't stop mowing is because, I mean, when you mow, certain people target you. And my goal was to see if I could even last a single lap. And sometimes it was not if Magic Dan, the doofus dickhead, was in that game, I was his only motive, was to fucking destroy me on the first lap. And that motherfucker could do it too, and I fucking hated it, but that's
He
the
was an
game.
elite targeter.
He was an elite bus
He was
driver.
very good at understanding how to
Yeah,
read it at the
he
last
knew.
second.
Yep, that fucking
It's
bitch.
almost like he had a mod that showed him the whole fucking map, like every other cheater in that game.
He might have. I think the best targeter though was 50 Trey.
Really?
I'd never been targeted like. It's so funny. He would change his name all the time, and within 10 minutes I could tell if it was fucking him, because he would start in the beginning just like fucking with me, and then all of a sudden he would just be fucking just every lap just destroying me, and I'm like, you fucking dickhead. But I was always a
Loaded
good
Moss was
sport
a good
about it.
targeter too.
Was he?
Rip
He
Loaded.
was
Yeah,
never
he was
he
good.
was never on my bad side. Like I was never on his like target list. He always actually kind of respected the mower.
We actually we were in a lobby one night and they showed us like Loden took off the gloves and raced hard with fast
Excellent.
cars,
Yeah.
unbelievably fast. Like he had some hours in for sure.
Yeah, all those guys. Rest in peace to him. Good guy.
Yep.
I played.
One of the real good ones.
Yeah. I think I only played. Did I play Red Dead with him one time? Not RP, just multiplayer. I think so. I don't know. I watch his stream every once in a while, but that was
Yep.
that was kind of the extent of my
He had a good
interaction with him.
voice for streaming. He should have got into it earlier. He was too late to the game.
All of us were too late to the game.
Yeah, we were. Well,
Unfortunately, we didn't
we
have.
were there right when COVID hit though. We were if we were there like a year or two sooner, that would have been perfect.
If I had been there though when
And
I
10 years
originally
ago.
started streaming, yeah, my Twitch account was 2016. I think it was when it, or 2015 is when it was created, something like that. If I would have started and stuck to it, I think I'd have done okay. I would never be like top notch streamer, but I would have had a decent little following. But you win some, you lose some. I love streaming.
Rambo had a really good run once. There was a RuneScape Deadman tournament, the first ever Deadman tournament where there was a limited number of people, and the last person left alive won. So all the big RuneScape streamers were in it, and you'd have to qualify through like a rigorous amount of accomplishments. Rambo qualified for Deadman, and he's streaming live. And if you die in the PvP zone, you lose everything. So Rambo's out there, and some guy's like, "Hey, I see you," in the chat, and Rambo's kind of not arrogant, ignorant to what's happening. This dude just comes out of the forest and starts chasing Rambo and killing him. I think Rambo got back into the PvP or PvE zone with like 2 HP.
Ooh,
It was awesome. It was a great streaming moment.
never played RuneScape before.
And then, yeah, if you want to go to sleep, if you guys want to take a nice nap, go watch RuneScape streamers.
There's certain people that can just stream the game they love and not really be too interactive, and people just watch it just as kind of like a chill thing,
Let's,
which is kind of how I watch Summit. Usually, I don't care for the games he's playing, but
yeah. The
I'll sit down
RuneScape
and
streamers were pretty good. Bodie was one of them. He was really good.
I would have never watched because I'm just not into that kind of game. But that's
I,
why Summit was streaming on YouTube recently. I don't know if he still is or not, but he was playing like WoW.
oh, jeez.
I hate WoW. I can't watch WoW for the life of me. But I'll tune in every once in a while just to see what's going on. But some games just can't do.
We are one delicious hour in here, so I think we end the podcast by talking about Elon Musk and Diablo. That was a sad day for any Elon fan out there, I think.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of Elon. I'm more of impartial.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it definitely put a chink in his armor for me. I lost a lot of respect for him, to be honest.
He's Elon is the king of doing stupid shit at least once or twice a year. That was one of the things that I thought was really dumb.
I don't know why you would do that. I don't. I mean, is he trying to buy people's trust or like cool tokens? Because like
It's the same
it's
reason he
almost
tries to think Doge is good.
the coin.
Yeah, there's better
Was-
coins out there, but he wants
Yeah,
Doge to
Pepe.
get pumped. You know, it's
I sold my Pepe, but um, yeah, the only thing that I bet on that was him related was when Twitter dumped, and he said I'm gonna buy it, and I told my dad, put 4 grand into Twitter right now. It's at its bottom, and then I think I mean, my dad didn't make a lot, but he made like 5 grand off of it, so it was a good bet because he delisted it, so everybody got paid out at like $51, I think was
wow.
the price, and I think he bought in. He didn't buy the absolute bottom because he didn't listen to me right away. But I told him, I was like, Elon Musk is not joking. I can tell he's going to buy Twitter.
Well, Elon Musk likes doing things that he thinks cool, but the problem is I think he still has that need to be cool to people.
It's because he's
It's an
bald.
ego stroke or something. I don't know what it
It's
is.
because he's bald. He was bald when he was in his 20s.
That has nothing to do with being bald.
No, it does because he has plugs.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to. Shit, I don't want to show you mine because my hair's growing in, but we're bald out here too.
Yeah.
Put your hat back on.
I know. Dear God, it's ugly. It's ugly, man.
It's
I
not
need
that
a
it's
self
there's a
tan.
lot of white.
I need a self tan.
Um, yeah, I was kind of hurt when I found out that he didn't really accomplish anything,
He didn't even know
and
the
by hurt,
controls. He didn't know the controls, man.
well, it wasn't the Diablo he didn't know the controls of. It was the other game.
Oh. I
Um, I forget what the game is now. Either way, the fact that he faked it at all, I don't know if he faked Diablo or not. I heard he was actually a decent Diablo player, but the fact that
Well,
he
he paid
faked
someone to pay the account to play it, right?
it wasn't that they never talked about Diablo. It was this other game that
Okay.
he was doing that to. So I don't know if he was actually good at Diablo or not.
Mm.
Um, I mean, I know he streamed it. Oops, but I don't know.
I'd
I
find it
don't.
hard to believe he has the time to be top 20.
Yeah, I mean that I've been in the top 500 of games before, and you have to know life shit,
Yeah.
and that's not easy to do when you're
12, I
running.
mean, that's got to be 12 hours a day.
Yeah, you're. I mean, I wasn't doing that much, but you're running Twitter, the SpaceX, Tesla. What's the other company he has? It's kind of his fuck off
Neuro,
company.
the Neuro one?
Neuralink.
Neuralink?
Yeah. I mean, I gotta give him props. He's covering a lot of ground for a single human being, but yeah, it took a lot of credibility from his character for me. Now I'm not gonna trust anything he has to say. I think what he's
One,
doing right now is a good thing for like his Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. I think
yeah.
that's a good idea, and I think he's good at that. But at the same time, I'm not gonna buy a product that he owns.
You can't have a public lie that big and
No,
be
well,
respected.
really not that
Every
big. For gamers, it's huge because we're like, oh, you're a cheater. You're
Yeah.
basically a fucking screen peeker. Like, get out of here, bro.
Yeah. Well, think about how
So
many people play video games that watch him or follow him.
probably most of the people that follow him, I'd say the majority of the people that follow him are probably gamers.
We have to
Or
follow him.
folks.
We have to because he has so much influence over things. I think it's hard.
I
It's
don't,
hard to go
I
through
don't
life
follow
without
him.
keeping an eye on him. I don't
I don't even
follow
have
him.
Twitter.
I follow his doings. Like we have to keep an eye on his doings.
Yeah. I don't know. That one hurt a little bit. I know he's a lefty, but You know, and it makes you think, like, is he really seeing the light or is he playing an angle here? I feel like he sees it a little bit, but I still wouldn't trust him at the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's a
He's
billionaire.
fucking,
He just does what he wants to try and push his agenda, you know.
well, not really, though. What is he trying to push that's his agenda?
Well, not his agenda, his beliefs. What he thinks is cool, what he thinks is beneficial to humanity. He does it
Yeah.
because he thinks it will benefit humanity. It's not because he thinks anything different, I don't think. Like, he wants to go to Mars because he thinks it'll benefit us and he thinks it'll be cool. And, I,
I don't think it's going to happen in his lifetime, but
yeah.
he's running out of time
Unless
every
Trump
day.
helps him. I don't think he will, though. I don't think Trump
I don't.
has that on the radar.
That's a waste of fucking money.
Yeah.
My question is, why aren't we mining the moon?
What would be on the moon?
Who knows? Iron? It's a fucking giant ball of rock. Who knows what's in it? Fucking schmegma? Cheese?
Cheese. Yeah, I was just gonna say cheese powder.
I mean, we know
Uh,
we have to have some. I mean, the whole thing is we're shooting for Mars, but we haven't really even finished discovering our planet, let
is
alone the fucking closest rock to us, the moon.
yeah, there's parts of Wyoming that are unlooked at even, you know, they're just uninhabitable because there's so much forest.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
it's like the deepest parts of the ocean, you know? Like we
yeah.
don't really know.
Do you
I mean, if we
think
do know, they don't talk about it.
is there an asteroid belt in between us and Mars or is that between Mars and Jupiter?
Couldn't tell you. I'm not really into the whole space thing.
Hmm. Is your partner an astrological believer when it comes to Pisces, Taurus, you know, your
Oh,
horoscope signs?
I don't think so. We've never talked about it, and she never brought it up, so I'm gonna have to say probably not.
All right.
I think that
Is
takes.
that a red flag to you?
No, most women are into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
It's what
agree.
it is. What it is. Even though, if you wanted to, you could associate every single one of those signs with yourself.
Yeah.
You just see it, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's so me, bruh."
Yeah.
But realistically, it's like none of them are saying much different, other than it's like you're cranky on Wednesday.
I was
Like,
just going to say
everybody's cranky on
Pisces
Wednesday.
enjoys pizza on Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
it's totally me. I could go for a pizza.
All right. Anything else
Yeah.
you want to add in today?
No, I don't think so. I think we did a decent job rambling today, and we didn't have a script really. So
Yeah.
I approve.
Yes. Make the Discord stuff go boom. Ready to
It
throw
doesn't
this
work for me.
camera out and get a new microphone. That's the way I want to see it. That's some nice sign language. All right. Thank you guys for watching Not Married to the Name. I am PBR, and this is Deuce. Stay tuned.